So if you'd like, we'll go around the front.
Yeah.
And I've got the iron hot, and I'll show you how you shrink this fabric down and make it tight.
Great, little demonstration.
So it seats 2 people, one in the back, one in the front. Back in the 30s and 40s, the pilot, if he was by himself, sat in the back. Mine is adjusted so that you sit in the front.
Change the weight and balance.
Passenger goes in the back. Yeah, the weight and balance is determined because the gas tank used to be up front. I've got mine in the wing, so because mine is in the wing, I can sit in the front seat while I fly. Here's the instrument panel. It goes just like that. There's a cowling that goes here, and the engine sits in the front. Now, if we go to the other side, this fabric...
To show you real quick, one neat thing Charlie's done, he built this to be able to work on it. This whole fuselage is on a rotisserie. So as he wants to work in a different area.
If I want to work on the bottom, I can work on the bottom. Let me get this instrument panel out of here, and I'll demonstrate how that works.
Nothing's going to fall, nothing's loose, I don't think.
You pull the pin and throw it before it blows. No, I'm just kidding. But you can take it, and if you want to work on the bottom, you rotate the airplane, put the pin back in,
and now it's got the bottoms open.
and I can work wherever I need to on the bottom.
Beautiful.
So
we'll stick it back up front so you can get a tour of the cockpit.
it's also fun. You can get in this thing and fly it. When it, you know.
Yeah. It's up off the ground. Your whole
You can do aerobatics in it. But I don't know if the camera can see it, but right up here there's some little wrinkles and some loose fabric. And this is Dacron fabric, that's all it is. And Dacron will shrink if you iron it.
It's a polyfiber system?
It's polyfiber. And the actual green is Stewart system, which glues it on. I'm using the Stewart system to put it on, but it's polyfiber certified fabric.
Okay.
So if you see the little wrinkles, you can iron over them, and the fabric shrinks, and you see the wrinkles are gone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit loose right here. We can put that in there and bring the...
And actually this fabric has already been shrunk one time, it just hadn't had the final shrinking yet.
There's some little tuckers right here. Can run that over it.
It's looking very simple what Charlie's doing, but actually you have to know what you're doing. You get too high a temperature, you'll ruin the, and I'm not talking about 150 degrees too hot. If it goes just slightly too hot, you're going to ruin your whole fabric.
See how those wrinkles are disappearing? And you do this in 3 stages. You shrink it one time to just get it basically tight like it is now. Then when you get it completely covered, you shrink it all one more time. And then when you do a final shrink that pulls it very, very tight. But you can see how those wrinkles have disappeared. And all you do is iron it. You know, here's another one right here.
It should almost be like a bumping a quarter off, bouncing a quarter off.
And see, that little dimple is gone now. But you can take this and just set it on the fabric and let it sit there all day. It will not melt through it.
Right.
It's...
Hopefully you have it set right.
Yeah. Now, if you turn the temperature up, it'll make it very, very... It'll go through.
Yeah.
But as it is now, that's how you put the fabric on. You glue it on. The green stuff is glue. Once you get it on, it's still flimsy, and you just iron over it, and it makes it tight. And I'll show you something as far as how strong this is. Let me get my landing gear.
Okay. I don't know how well it's coming up on the video, but I'll tell you what, there's some pretty work been done on this aircraft. It's going to be fun to watch it fly. Hopefully I'm going to do a lot of watching from right here at the back seat.
This is the landing gear, goes on the other side, and the wheel goes on the axle down there. But this is typical. It's got the same fabric on there. I'll show you how tough. Can't do that with it.
I wouldn't have the nerve to do that.
But it's tough stuff. So, no problem flying.
After all the work and time and money, I wouldn't have had the nerve to try. But Charlie obviously knows his aircraft and what he's done. He's done a lot of covering stuff in the past. He's worked with some great EAA members here in the North Florida area, mainly Bobby Paul and some of the guys that did
Tachi.
Oh yeah, Torello did the engine.
Yes.
Torello, the perfectionist, Tachi did the engine, and Bobby built had pits for 40 years,
Still has
still
it?
flying, yeah, yeah. I saw him a couple weeks ago, he said he just got through flying some, so. Well, Charlie, I guess that's about enough for number one, you think?
I think so. A little tour of the home build. Up above us, by the way, we've got to mention that. That's the wings.
Yeah, the wings were done, covered.
That's not the final paint job. That's silver. And what that silver does is
UV protection.
reflects the ultraviolet from the sun. And the reason you want to do that is because if anybody's left a rag or anything out in the sun, the ultraviolet will rot it. It'll make it rot. So you don't want fabric rotting. So the silver is sprayed on, it's underneath the paint, and it reflects all the ultraviolet away. So this covering will last 30, 40 years.
Well, I guess we could tell a little bit about your final plans. I've seen some of your little updates, the big engine, the camera, the ham GPS. Tell us more about the paint job and what's going to be up underneath the wings.
All right. The paint job, my son's in the Navy. I'm going to paint it up in a military Navy camouflage. It'll be 3 different colors of blue with some white. It'll have the military star under the wings, on the fuselage, and also, let me get it.
Oh, I know you already have them built.
I've started working on it.
This may get Charlie in trouble with a couple different.
This is part of one of my missile pods. Goes up underneath the wing. Still working on the fins and the propulsion system for it, but there'll be 3 under each wing.
Basically, Charlie said when he pulls up to the FBO, he wants to be able to park wherever he wants to park.
And I want service now.
So that'll be fun. It's always going to be a fun aircraft. And when you do home-built aircraft, these are the kind of things you can do. You can do what you want to do.
That's fine.
As long as you deem it airworthy, it's going to be your rear end in the seat. If you don't do anything stupid,
and it's
you can have fun.
In this case, it's a replica of a 1930s airplane.
Which means you don't have to have giant end numbers. You can have the small end
Little
numbers.
big ones. Yeah. And it's also customized the way I want it.
Right.
So I could put a jet engine on it if I wanted to. But they tend to melt the fabric.
Yeah.
Although there is a biplane with a jet engine.
Yeah.
So
I've seen them at theirs.
Anyway, Milford.
Well, that's Charlie, and this is Flight Time Radio's first YouTube attempt. You can give us all the comments you want, laugh at us, whatever you want.
And go to FlightTimeRadio.com.
Please do. FlightTimeRadio.com is where we have all of our archive shows up from our radio show. In case you accidentally stumbled on us while you're going through YouTube, FlightTimeRadio.com is an AM radio show based out of Northeast Florida.
AM and FM.
Oh, that's right. We are on an FM tower too. Thank you. And we would obviously have our shows on iTunes. Invite you to check it out. Charlie, this is Milford, Flight Time Radio. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.